Well, hello everyone. I'm Jill Bloom, publisher of Roofing Contractor, Walls and Ceilings, and Building Enclosure. And I'm here today with my editor, John Wyatt, and associate editor, Hannah Belloli from Walls and Ceilings. And we are so honored to be here today with our good friend, Albert Carrillo from the WWCCA out of Southern California. Thanks so much for joining us. And John, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Good to see you, Jill. Thanks so much for the introduction. Thank you, everyone that's joining us, and especially thanks to all the panelists. Boy, we got a lot to unpack today. We're going to cover a lot of ground. I'm really interested to hear what everyone has to say. We are going to kick things off with our brother, Albert. Albert in Southern California, he actually has a meeting to go to in just a little bit, so we need to excuse him first. So, Albert, you've been writing the column for us for I don't know how long at this point. Stucco Stop. You're doing a great job. You're also, busy at work with the WWCCA. So, first of all, man, tell us how it's been this year. What does it mean? We've spoken with several different contractors, but what does it mean from the association point of view? How is it going this year?
Well, let me start off, John, Jill, Hannah, great to see you guys. Love the magazine. I enjoy writing the column. It just comes from years of doing it wrong. No. It comes from my years of experience as a plasterer. And so thank you for the opportunity to talk to you guys. Yeah, it's been challenging in Southern California. We were clipping right along, and then of course COVID hit and the lockdowns. And I think one of the beautiful things is that, our contractor members are all signatory to collective bargaining agreements. So we collectively as a group got together and said, look, we've got these protocols in place. We've got a lot of safety in place. We care about the workers out here. So, we're going to instill these protocols, stay clean, stay safe. And, it's hurt production a little bit on the job sites, but it's kept the guys working. And they haven't missed a beat. Business is busy as ever. There's a lot of work coming up. There's always the fear of, well, when's it going to slow down? And so it's kind of looking like 21, 22, we may see a slight slowdown. But, then here in Southern California, we've got the Olympics coming up. So overall, work is good. We're fortunate. That's all I can say is we're very lucky to be where we are today.
Specifically with the association and the TSIB, is there any news that really you want to share that's coming out or forthcoming? Anything we should be aware of?
With the association itself, of course, we do the negotiations with our contractor members and the labor unions. And, we were heavily involved in first getting the information to our contractors about what is this COVID? What is the Family Medical Leave Act? How does all this affect when people get sick or have to take time off? So there was a lot of education in the beginning. Our Technical Services Information Bureau, TSIB, is the technical arm of what we do. So we have identified, as technical guys in the nation, we sit with the ASTM committees, specifically with the stucco and the drywall. And we work making sure that the industry carries on with sensible language as it relates to what the codes are going to read. There's been some recent, I'd say, activity or limelight shined on the stucco industry. There's some cracking issues. There's some moisture intrusion issues in parts of the country. And sometimes these code bodies try to make a one statement fits all. And so we're saying, there was a lot of regional differences. So we fight, and I can't even really say fight. We try to educate everybody that, we need to be cognizant of the ability of the contractors in a local area to know what's right, to know what works. And so we push that agenda. We try to educate as it relates to what has been done, what is proven, what is the empirical data that we're working with. And so we've recently partnered up with Northern California, up in the Pacific Northwest area with their technical bodies. We have what's called the Wall and Ceiling Conference, and that's just so that we all get on the same page and we're identifying these stucco issues. We're identifying the regional differences. And then we're working with AWCI, with their technical department. And we're creating a educational seminar, a webinar which is going to have to be right now, to educate stucco inspectors, to let them know, and this will be a nationwide effort, to let those inspectors know what are the rules, what is the language, what does it mean to be a regional difference? You know, what are your powers as an inspector? Do you have to follow the written words of the code book? And we all know that you don't. You know, that if something is proven and it's an established criteria in an area, those local inspectors are allowed to let that happen for successful applications. So it's a large undertaking of an education process, which we feel that is going to hopefully mitigate the potential for stucco to go through what East went through back in the 95, 96 era.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Albert, so continuing to talk about COVID-19, what kind of an impact has that had on the WWCCA? I know that you just talked about how important you feel it is to educate people with the correct information. So would you say that the virus has shifted the priorities to making that the main priority, or are there some other priorities that you think take precedence over that one?
No, that's the hot button right now, because it's an ever-changing environment. It changes daily. So as an association, you know, we have a small group of actual employees of the association. And of course, in-house, we practice safe protocol. Anybody coming in, you know, they have to put on their mask, they have to clean. We do a thorough cleaning. And, you know, when we go out to visit job sites with TSIB, we have a strict protocol too. The guys going out there to visit the job sites do certain things. You know, they wash, they keep distancing, that stuff. But primarily, I think we're working on, you know, what does it mean when a guy says he has to be off for 14 days? Some of these GCs are requiring, hey, look, you have to have a positive test before you can come back to a job site. So we work through that, because what's a positive test mean? What does it mean when you're negative? What if you have no symptoms? There's so many variables, and it changes daily. So we're very busy interpreting, deciding, you know, finagling. I don't know how else to put it, but it's been some busy time.
Yeah, right. We're all living in a new time that we've never lived in before. So everyone's learning and adapting, which you also are, because I know so much of your position with the WWCCA involves traveling and networking and attending trade events and stuff like that. So I imagine that's all been put on hold. So do you know when you're going to be hitting the road again? Are you slowly easing back into that, or are California's restrictions still very strict with traveling?
Not so much stricter than anywhere else, but you know, we've pretty much resigned this year. It's going to be a stay-home year. I really don't see anything happening. There was some talk about, you know, maybe in October, November doing some travel, but this is my opinion. Through October and November, there's still going to be some lockdowns. It may open up late November and December where the nation might relax a little bit, but I think everybody's still, you know, suffering the effects of what we did. And once we get some breathing room, everybody's going to say, you know what, let's just stop and breathe for a while. And I think for us to rush it back to get together, to meet in big groups, I don't think it's a responsible thing to do. And so it's my prediction that all the way through December, end of December, we're not going to do any traveling. Personally, I'm not going to do any. You know, Zoom has just turned out to be a great platform to work from. Even an old codger like myself, who's not as computer savvy as many of you naturally are from, you know, growing up with computers, but it's a way to meet with people, and it continues to grow, and opportunities are presented via this platform. So, you know, I see us using this for the rest of the year, and we'll see what the new year brings. It's a whole new chance to have a different lifestyle, I guess, professionally.
Well said, Albert. And kind of on that note, because I know you got to run here, last question, but I guess a loaded question here, two-sided. How do you think the year is going to end, and how would you like to see it end?
Work-wise, hours-wise, we're still busy. Las Vegas is still very busy. We're buttoning up these jobs. Southern California, Northern California, very busy. Arizona is incredibly busy right now. So I see this year finishing up very strong. A lot of work hours, a lot of jobs being completed. Personally, you know, again, people are starting to relax a little bit. They're starting to spend more time with other people in a sensible way. You know, I try not to pass judgment on the way people are trying to go out and be in groups, and you know, that's their call to make. On a personal side, you know, we've had this opportunity. I always try to find what is the opportunity and what's going on. And you know, we've spent some great time with family. I'm Zooming with family members I haven't seen in years. You know, it's easy to pick up the phone and get a face on the other side. So I see more of that. For me personally, you know, I'll be spending more time with my family members and extended family members via Zoom. You know, I'm just going to keep working on, you know, our efforts and what we do is not predicated on how much business is going on out there. And in fact, you know, it's kind of counterintuitive, but I and TSIB are much busier when the hours are down, because then the contractors are, you know, saying, well, hey, let's look at this initiative. Let's consider doing this type of negotiation. So there's a lot that goes on from that. I think my earbuds, can you still hear me?
Yep,
John?
we can still hear you.
Okay, sorry. I'm getting, my earbuds are losing their their power. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on this whole thing.
That seems like a great outlet. And, you know, I guess I just want to say thanks on such short notice for jumping on and joining us.
No problem.
Thanks for all your help with walls and ceilings, Albert. You do an excellent job, and we really like working with you.
Well, thank you.
Stay healthy, and give my regards to your son and Danny.
Thank you so much. Hey, goodbye, everybody. I wish I could stick around and chat with you all. You all take care and stay healthy.
Thank you again, Albert, for your time today and all your insight. And thank you to everyone who's watching today. Make sure if you have any questions, you can go to wconline.com, click on the Contact Us page, and make sure while you're there, you sign up for our free digital edition and our free e-newsletters, so you can always be up to date on when we're having our next video interview with great people like Albert. So we look forward to seeing you next time, and everyone, please stay safe and healthy. Have a great day.